Dugong conservation. Dugong is a marine animal that is abundant in both the Gulf. They are strange animals. Round body, slender to the end. Their face look like pig, but their tail like fish. They like to float in the sea near the coast. The two front legs are flat sheets for swimming, or crawl along the sea. The dugong is an animal that is expected to soon disappear, animal that is ready to come back to. Due to the continuous effort of conservationists and the village 6 years ago, when the environmental protection of the sea. The first dugong study was conducted in 1707 Philippines. Because the shapes of them resemble dolphins and whales, they were but a detailed study found that the differences were smaller, rounds, anterior. Later evolved to allow dugongs to live in water better, and the front legs will change to look like a paddle to be suitable. It has evolved continuously until it became a The dugongs is an animal that made sailors in the Middle Ages. Mother feeding her baby often hugged the chest and causing them to see at a distance like a woman in the water. Language as Dugong, meaning young woman. So she went down to eat seagrass by herself. When there are folk tales that the dugongs was originally a woman. Her husband brought Dugongs is a frightened animal. Dive down. 39 meters deep, with the nose slightly above the surface. Some dugongs can swim at a speed of 1.8 to 2.2 lives in. Some male dugongs, when entering adolescence, will have a pair of teeth growing out of their mouth, used for fighting, to fight for the pair, and used for the female has two breasts. The size of them is small, about 2 centimeters long. Next to the front legs, the body and tails look like dolphins. Dugongs are 9 to 10 years old when they are Usually there are no more than 2 babies. It takes about 1 year to conceive, which consumes milk and seagrass for 2 to. The dugong mother will take care of the baby until the size of. The full weight can be up to 300 kilograms. Where to find the dugong? Seagrass is a recognized resource that is an important eco-habitat and abundant food source for marine and economic fish, which includes seagrass is also an important food of dugong. Seagrass ecosystems are important in terms of habitat and the food source of various sea creatures, especially sea fish, shrimp groups, and not just the small groups mentioned, but there are also large. In Thailand, seagrass can be found in many areas. Grass is found in Ranong, Phang Nga, Phuket, Krabi, Trang and Satin. And Chanthaburi, Rayong, Chanberi, Phetri, Rayong, Chanberi, Phetchaberi, Pratani, Nakhon Si Thammarat, Phathalung, Songkhla, Patani. Classification and standards of seawater. Classification and standards of seawater quality and of sea. 1. Seawater quality for the conservation of sources for breeding or nursery of young aquatic animals, or a food source and habitat for plants or seagrass. 2. Seawater quality for coral reef. Seawater quality for coral reef conservation. Coral reefs which cover the area in a horizontal radius with 3. Seawater quality for Seawater quality for aquaculture, says aquaculture areas under the 4. Seawater quality for recreation, announced by local government organization designated as an area for swimming or water rec. 5. Seawater quality for industry. Seawater quality for industry and ports. 6. Seawater quality for Seawater quality for community area that has been declared a municipality under the law of Pattaya Municipal. Seagrass are food of dugongs. Characteristics of seagrass. A group of flowering plant with features of external structures similar to grass that grows on land, which consists of 3 parts. 1. Root is used to absorb arsenic and minerals into the ground to make the seagrass. The rhizome is the part of the trunk that grows beneath the soil surface. Photosynthesis to create food. There are different shapes according Seagrass species can be divided into two groups, that is, leaves and a group of short. By using the local names that people called as the basis of 1. Long, flat or round leaves. 1. Seagrass. Inhalus, flat leaf appearance, hard leaf border appearance, hard leaf border, leaves up to 2. Sea spring onion grass. The rounded leaf length up to 50 cm. 3. Cushy seagrass. Cushy seagrass. Halajewel under notches. 4. Cushy needle. Halajewel pinnifolia. The tip of the leaf has sharp notches. 5. Widgeon-grass, Rubia maritima. Round and Limatosia rotundata 7 to 15 centimeters. 7 to 15 centimeters long, rounded. 7. Cymatosia cerulata. The leaves pattern are small notches. 8. Thalassia hemprichi, curved leaves, length 3 to 2. A group of short, flat leaves. Venation 6 to 8 pairs. Transverse style, pinnately parallel venation 12. 2. Halophilia minor. Transverse style, pinnately parallel venations. 3. Large Halophilia grass. Less than 3 cm in length. 4. Halophilia decipiens. Pinnately parallel venations 6 to 8 pairs. 5. Halophilia beccari. Cluster 4 to 8 leaves. Long 4 to 8 leaves. Long, flat and oval. Seagrass is a breeding ground and hatching. Larva for many animals is that considered a plant that is must rely on seagrass for their lives. Important people like direct benefit. Aside from the benefits that are available to all, marine life, and filtering and improving quality of water, because there is a root system that is gripping, preventing soil erosion. How to conserve the dugong. The dugong that is related to the seagrass ecosystem. Hat chow mai in the non-hunting area of the Libong arc. Behavior of the dugong in the ecosystem is the movement of herds in and out, and the resting places related to the water levels and the flow of water direction. Escaping by swimming is an important way to escape danger. Whether demonstrate the ability to use the senses of hearing. Coexistence of large dugongs and mother-child. Escaping by swimming is an important way to escape danger. 1. Dugongs found in Thailand, distributed Indian and Pacific Oceans. 2. Stellar sea. Whether demonstrate the ability to use the senses of hearing. Coexistence of large dugongs and mother-child, which is between the United States and the Soviet Union. 3. West Africa manatee distributed on the coast to the southern part of Angola, which is it. 4. Amisal manatee distribution in freshwater. 3. 5. West Indies namatee distributed in the Caribbean Sea and the northern of South America. The dugong has been declared as a protected species later in the year. Since the endangered species of the dugong has made the the use of legal measures alone will not be successful in the learning and understanding about the dugong and seagrass. Focusing on coastal communities that have a way of life. Focusing on coastal communities that have a way of life. See attendance. 1. Reduce the use of plastic to destroy nature. Reduce the creation of plastic waste by turning to carry personal equipment, cloth bags. Water and support stores that environmentally friendly. Do not discarded waste and use of products that do. 2. Travel the sea responsibly. Strictly abide by. Do not threaten sea creatures. Do not feed fish. Do not fish in con. 3. Choosing to eat seafood that is sustainable over catching fishery, including destructive fisheries. Consumers can determine the future of fisheries by choosing to not water pollute.